What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to my 7 Nights Flashpoint challenge run. Today, we're not going to be running this mission. I want my hacker back from her Legwork mission, and I'm going to sell a bunch of blueprints. Essentially, if you want to get to the actual start of the first mission, there are timestamps in the description below. Feel free to jump forward to the actual mission start, but I have some cash I want to earn, and I have some things I want to upgrade, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get my funds in a good spot. Probably put people down for cyber surgery, as there's no more training benches to use, and so we have ways we can spend downtime, and yeah, just basically there's a lot we can go for here. So not created by set means I can sell them for cash. I'm going to quickly sort by cost so I know if there's ever someone buying favors. There is not. That's great. I'm going to sell these to gold stacks, and that's all just fine. Yep, get my cash there. That's great. And then as far as created by a set, I'm tempted to not sell these off still, just in case I can find something useful for them. At some point, I'll make a new contact, and it'll be worth getting to them. For now, of course, it's not going to be the case. Do the same thing for accounts here. They all are, yeah, way too low value to do anything but sell them to gold stacks, so we'll spam these out. That's fine. Let's go to blueprints. Sort by most expensive. Let's get rid of the ones that are worth influence for now. But eventually, yeah, so obviously for now, these all go to gold stacks. I think they literally all will. I don't think I need favors from you that badly. I've got enough. It's fine. But we'll keep going through, and eventually to the point where no one's going to buy for favors anymore. But for now, we're still there. But the goal is to get some more heal back into cyber surgery. There we go. These now sell for cash. Yes, they do. That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, well, you know what? Actually, what I should do, sorry, is I keep kind of bouncing around here. You're at 80, but I think realistically having gold stacks bump is worth it. Let me get rid of people that I actually don't care about, so it's easy to find him. But getting gold stacks to like 90 or so and upgrading his... wow, how am I griefing? Okay, let me just sort by name, because I clearly couldn't find him. I'm sure he was there, and I just didn't find him. But, there you go. Yeah, I think getting him to upgrade and bumping Eager Buyer and Cooker is worth it. And so I'm going to sell him blueprints because no one else, like, those won't matter for anyone else. I'm just going to sell him epic and legendary blueprints until I get what I want. So I'm going to go for cheapest, actually. And up we go. And gold stack's going to put you up to 90 influence. And I'm going to start getting limit breaks on you, my guy. So let's keep going. Are we there yet? Gold stacks is at 80. Let's put him at 90. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to get you back from legwork. I'm going to go ahead and bump legwork twice here so we can get it 100%. Now you're going to succeed. I want to put some people in for medical training. And so, yeah, you're capped out. You're capped out. You're not there. So what have I not given for you yet? Dermal sheath and bone grafts. Okay, I'm pretty willing to do some of that. So I'm going to say, hey, if we come into a bigger one, the price tag difference is kind of real. The time difference is kind of real. But there's something sort of nice about getting the good one and just like really juicing the evasion. I'm pretty tempted here. Other things that are high value, I mean, my war machine is done. That's good. She can start going missions again. You're in a somewhat similar boat where you don't need legs. You have eyes. You have the brain implant. You don't have a spine implant. That's right. I haven't given the spine implant. She's about as good as she needs to be as a hacker. You're pretty well capped out. Also, you're getting there, but I actually need to replace your brain implant here. This neural toner is not quite it, so I might just go for that now. And accelerator 2 versus 3. Getting level 3 is 1 evasion, 1 initiative, 1 tech, but it's an extra million. I'm going to say YOLO. Let's do it. I think that's fine. I think 11 million I can't go for, but let's spend kind of high for some of these people. I think that's reasonable. And then similar for the EX, you've got a lot of space to work with here. You're still wounded and whatnot, but I can start giving you some pretty fun stuff. So I can give you a leg slot. Synth Muscle 3. Okay, I need a little bit of money to make this one happen, but that's not too far away. But I'll give you Synth Muscle 3, and that seems reasonable enough. So let's find something I can sell. Surely there's something I can sell, and it's going to be fine. I've got, yeah, these couple of railguns here. Are there any other railguns I could sell? I forget if someone's holding one or not. It's 3 SMGs. I'm gonna just go sell this pistol, who cares? Good enough? Okay. Let's go ahead and say you're gonna get some legs. That seems fine. Off you go. Great. No money, it's fine. Let's go play time forward, and then we will get something fun going on, ideally. Dice is going to fail the mission. It's fine with me. I don't really care. Made some friends on the spaceport. Didn't cost you much. Favors and influence. Wonderfully done. Actually, it jumped ahead and suddenly my hacker's ready. So I guess we'll run Cathedral Heist after all. Damn, the game actually cheated a full turn forward. Isn't that nice? We'll buy cameras as usual. I don't have the most money, but it's fine. Let's bring our war machine back. All the war machines die, but surely she won't. It'll be okay. I feel like we should park the snipers just because we've run them so often that I'm going to keep my Scourge in for a bit longer just because it's a bit more different. Means I have to go sort by gear and have people park their equipment so that people can use their stuff appropriately. Yeah, you're not going on a mission either, so let's have you drop this stuff, including your shock mine, and then you are going. Her with a sniper rifle seems okay to me. This club seems okay to me. Right, so you're going to want your armor slicer, which I believe was this guy. My CK is going to want his Berserker Blade, which I think is this one, and that looks about appropriately modded, so that seems about right. I might be a little bit light on armors now, right? Yeah, no one down here is holding any armors, so I know we lost 2 of them for the last one. This is the assault rifle SMG accuracy. You're getting this one. Yeah, we're like really tight on good armors. Did I actually lose all of my 10% new speed armors? Or am I like misremembering something? I could have sworn I had some 10% new speed armors, and I don't see them at all anymore. I don't think I lost... I guess, no, I have one. I only have one left because I lost the other one. That makes sense. I should probably switch this and give my Cyber Knight his AR and have him run that. Here is your modded Eagle Sight. Great. I'm missing a slot here. I'll give you a shock mine. That seems reasonable enough to me. War Machine needs something to equip. I might just give her the Matchmaker. That seems okay to me. I think this is an okay enough looking team. Is it probably exact optimal placements of every mod? I'm actually certain it's not. In fact, I'm going to switch your Power Club out for this one that's probably better modded. And then that's pretty much me, I think. Oh no, wait, I need to grab my other melees and... Oh wait, no, the Vorpal Edge is better. That's what I was getting wrong. The Vorpal Edge is here. But then I also need to check for what else was holding on to mods and get rid of them. Because there was one. Yeah, you were holding on to a mod. Okay, there we go. And so let's give you this accuracy grip. Actually, I might just straight up go for the armor shred chance grip instead. That's more likely to do much for me. Get up to 100%. That seems good. And yeah, okay. This is the team. There we go. Only took 8 minutes to get there. Not too bad. It's time for the Cathedral Heist. Let's get it. The Defector and our target is about to arrive. Remember the rules, no shooting the VIP. No shooting Karen, but we do need to get close enough to cover her escape. As soon as Karen receives the call sign to run for it, expect the bodyguards to shoot to kill. We have to use the leverage. And they're spawning in over there. Here she comes. Okay, great. So, predictions. Let's see. I'm going to guess they're going to have her run all the way over here. I see one host there. It controls basically everything. I'm tempted to run up this way, grab these boxes, come down this way. I have to loop all the way around for this, which means I'm not turning off many devices, but I don't have a blue key, so I didn't buy it. It's the only route I can take other than going through here. Going through the middle means I have to then splinter back out. I mean, I could send like one solo merc to grab these, and then my team goes through the middle. That seems fine to me. I actually kind of like that. Okay, that'll be kind of the play. Panther and Pixel can knock some devices down. That's good news. And I am pretty safe to just run at this guy. I have plenty of damage. My team will easily be in range of steamroll, and that seems good enough to me. Hello? There's some people down there. I don't care. Are you dead in one? Not quite, but you're dead in two. I love my very, very strong melee weapons. It's so nice. Alright, how much are you gonna do? That seems a little bit... maybe a little too aggressive. Maybe not, but maybe it is. If you're there, it tells me you'll lurch out. And I can burn Surge to get a lot of AP on that. So I'm going to delay. Have you delay. Have Pixel knock down some of these things. That's going to be clearly in packet loss range of all three. I'll start by only knocking down 2 of them. Actually, is it? This could have been a camera leverage turn. It probably is, actually. Let's do camera leverage. I think it's worth it. We'll make some waves. Go to here again. There we go. Let's knock down the first laser wire. Let's have our war machine do some stuff. For some reason, my brain said I had 3 charges of packet loss, which isn't true. And I was like, well, I could knock down all 3 by myself. It's like, no, I can't. Let's burn Surge. Let's switch to the melee. And I'm going to go here such that I can lurch out. It's telling me I can. I'm going to choose to believe the game here. And you can see how nice it is to have infinite action points in the opening turn. You just get very, very far. You're angry at me. I understand. We attack once for decent damage. This is enough for claws to kill? Probably. Probably it's enough in 3 hits. Let's go. 45 on the glance is not great, but the next hit's going to be better. 165. Final shot. Ooh, that sucks. Okay, well, I'm going to use Crimson Vector as a claw attack kill. Actually, I'm going to send it near this box. Okay, that's telling me I'm going to be there and it's going to work. Down you go. It triggers my stuff. Cool. That's what I came for. Looking fine enough. Because I have the ability to do so, I'm going to yield to Pixel and have her knock down the other laser gate now. Delay back. Static can go grab the stuff for me. Getting a whole lot done. Dr. Karos Part 3. Already know her. Another Deco Slice. I think this is still not better than what I'm currently using. We're going to send the team towards this host, so I'm going to run you out there. I expect to not get ambushed by anybody, but I guess anything could happen. I'm going to have you run up and try to dissolve some corpses. Let's start here. That should be in range. And then after dissolving, I will wait and make sure there's no funny business. In case for some reason I have to delay somebody. But I think it's really unlikely here. I'm going to run Pixel downwards. That seems fine. Off you go. Alright, Karen. You're really starting back there? That's interesting. I guess to be fair, her patrol path was that step right there, but her spawn point was up that way. He pops his rallying cry. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to run you up here so you can get the corpse on the next turn. That's fine for me, I think. You'll get out of this square. It'll be fine. Yep, you're okay. Okay. Well, good enough first turn. Nobody knows anything. Just fine for me. Now we will know the exit. Ooh, it's actually... Okay, that's a little bit dangerous. Back left is definitely going to require pretty aggressive movements every turn. Now I'm pretty sure going this way is correct. No reason to go down this way, I don't think. I think coming down this way is going to give us slightly better pathing overall. I think my CK should wait. Well, actually, evading you guys if you're coming around seems worth it. So I might just actually send the whole team down into this room and then wait. A lot of guards are active now. Oh, there's our blue key. I don't think it's worth my CK coming in from here. I don't think there's a reason to do it. Our extract's going to be here, by the way. So, yeah, I feel like we just end back there after we come here, grab this, and come down. So I think the whole team's going to go this way. And we should be able to catch them in time, looping around through here. That's what I believe to be true. Bring you part way, stop you here, whoop, stop you there. I'm a few pixels off, but it's not a big deal. You're guarding the entrance to the stairwell, or not stairwell, but the alley. Hallway, there we go, hallway. Let's turn off snapping and go there. That's me in dissolve range, good news. Alright, our handiwork is being hidden. I'm going to put you partway down the stairs so I have 1 AP left. That way I don't have to end my turn, and I can brainworm if we need it, if someone gets way too close to us. I think that is unlikely, but still. They're going to keep defending the asset. Static's going to wait around. Karen is finally on the move. She's not that far away from getting where she needs to go. Okay, good for you. Up you go. And you're patrolling that hallway, which is whatever for me. Great. You're going up there, which is fine. And you're going up and down the hallway, which definitely could matter at some point. I've got to be a little mindful of... Yeah, these are groups I'll have to fight for sure. But we're doing pretty well. We are not getting easily past these cameras. I've got to be careful that I don't leave Jackknife somewhere exposed. For now, we're okay. Just have to make sure I'm, you know, being cognizant of it. I will say I missed having Tactical Surge every turn, and I missed having the 1,000 damage melee strikes. Those were definitely quite enjoyable. Sad to see him gone. Now he's back, though. We're fine. Thank you, Panther. Run you down towards the next room. Not sure when I'm going to find my chance to go aggressive. With only 6 AP, I can't really get into these rooms and do a good job, but I've got a bit of time. Not too concerned about it. Pixel can start that almost certainly. I'm going to probably have her use one of her talents. Panther's going to wait. Static's going to wait. Jackknife can... Ooh, he's got to make sure he dodges the camera. Let's get you... Yeah, there. Now you can come down to around there. That's going to be fine for now. Gets you pretty far away from any possible patrols. Now, loud guns can be tough this map because it's so boxed in that, yeah, you don't have line of sight, but the sound propagates. And so you're just like always going to get a lot of... You're always going to have a witness to every gunshot you make, basically. And they will eventually sometimes choose to follow up and investigate the gunfire on their own. And so you can get to a spot where many people are coming in to surround you. Now, the actual unit quality here against Free Streets is pretty low. They didn't bring any drones here, for example. Oh, right, packet loss is still down. You know, I could just use Rewind to knock this down and waste Rewind. I'm going to do it. It's a little bit silly, but whatever. Not a huge deal. Still, though, time is somewhat limited. I got to be a bit careful. I'm glad you're really close by now. That's helpful. There's no more unknowns here, so I feel like let's start taking actions. You would hear the footsteps, so I'm going to try to stand around here so you don't. I have all 3 charges of Ripper Blades back. And I can, once again, activate the bonus AP talent. So, you're angry. Understandably so. I mean, if I had to wear that outfit, I would also be pretty pissed. It's kind of a horrendous look, not gonna lie. You guys have no sense of style. I say as someone who has no sense of style. I got a free shirt at work yesterday. That was like part of a merch line that I think didn't sell out, so they were giving out the other copies to employees. And so I got like the one I could find that was my size. Like, it's kind of cool. Like, whatever. Like, it's just a shirt. I didn't think much of it. And like I got it because it was like the thing in my size. Like I didn't really care. And I was like, it's just a shirt. And then like 5 separate people were like, that's a really cool shirt. And I'm like, didn't know that. I'm glad you think so. I did not choose this. Anyway, cool story, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, we're going to rewind Pixel. I'm going to yield back. She can turn off this camera. And then, there we go. Alright, so... Can I make it to turning off the devices? Quite possibly, actually. This seems not terrible. Alright, well, let's load Overclock. Let's load Spoof. I am going to need some way to deal with that reliably, which is probably going to be pretty annoying. Let's go with Tally, then Connection, then AP. Although AP might be a real constraint. For now, it's not, though. Tally, Connection, Scan. This is definitely one of the gnarly-looking ones. We're just going to have to null-op this twice, I'm pretty sure. This is going to just kind of suck otherwise. Null-op, ow, they all triggered. That kind of sucks. A lot of traps, crap. I loaded Deception and don't have a good use for it. Now, I don't just like CPU necessarily, but I do... I'm still going to go here and null-op this, just so that I can actually turn these things off. I can easily catch all of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. Let's just click the buttons. We'll see what happens, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. I should not have loaded Deception. I should have waited to see what was there. So, of course, now Rewind is on cooldown. So I can't rewind her to get no lot back. Which means the CPU is going to be annoying. It's going to require hoping that nuke is good enough, which is, by the way, it's not going to be. Didn't have the space to load Dragline either. I'll load Decoy late, whatever. It's not the end of the world, but it definitely wasn't the best start. This is going to be annoying to deal with. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's fine. I didn't make the best choices, and it is what it is. But at least we can move around the cabin successfully in our element. And let's see. Where do I want to put Panther? I mean, I'm allowed to be wherever I want, and he's not going to lose to that guy in initiative, so I'm tempted to, like, YOLO in a straight line here. No. These guys, well, they're going to find corpses, right? You might stand around, but you're patrolling. We know that. And so I'm really tempted. And actually, I think I have Steamroll back next turn. Yeah, Steamroll's a 3-turn cooldown. So triggering Steamroll at start of 4 is actually pretty good. That lets me maximize Steamrolls per mission. SPM. It's a pretty good metric. Looking for interference, nothing else available to them. You're going to be in range in 2, and you're going to be within 35 meters of the team, no problem. I might choose to go to the side a little bit. That way, it's less likely the corpse falls into your view. So going somewhere like that means I'm not going to push him forward with the ragdoll, and that should work out for me. But you're angry. I'm debuffed. I don't care that I'm debuffed. Do I one-hit? Yeah, I one-hit. There's Steamroll on for the team. I'm going to go 1 AP short to not trigger this and just stand there. I think it's fine. I think we've got time. She's getting kind of close. I'll grab the box out. I'll grab the box on the way out. There's enough risk that I don't want to potentially give something away. It's weird how the cover works there. I don't quite get that. I'm gonna go short and look ahead to see what you're gonna do. I could have done it earlier when I was back there and planned ahead better. All right, useless. I don't care. Up we go. You're patrolling in a square. That's fine. I think static can wait for a bit. Unfortunately, we have no disable for this camera. That's going to be kind of annoying. It likely turns, by the way. I'm going to run you here and dissolve this. I think technically this actually won't ever do anything because it has been quote-unquote discovered. Even though the person died, I'm still going to ethically dissolve it. Okay, you're going back down. You're going where I thought, which is checking out the loot box. Look at your lore-accurate patrol routes, checking out if it's been, opened yet. Or messed with or tampered with. He's putting that buff down. Doesn't really matter. VIP on the move. She's getting pretty close. Okay. Yeah, I do not have the best tools for doing all this kind of stuff, but let's go here. This shouldn't be that bad just because it's 2 traps and they often have bad triggers. Okay, load a program, right? So sometimes things with if you can get 2 traps, it seems like there's always at least 1 active and at least 1 trap. But you can roll 3 actives. But this is like, I think, the most docile version you could possibly get, which is you get a passive. And it's like it's a very tame one. So load a program, load a program, load a program. So we drop you. That gives us easy forward access. I'm going to spike this later. For now, I'm going to go here and keep making progress. Great. CPU is going to be annoying to deal with for sure. But for now, I can grab this stuff. Load a program. Got it. That's not too bad, actually. Okay. And then let's load nuke and hope it goes okay. I'm going to be a believer here. Nuke once. That wasn't that bad. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Any action, downloads, and exit the node. Okay. Well, we'll not deal with that for now. You are disarmed. I'm going to come down here. And before I move any farther, I need to load one of everything to get rid of this stuff. And it will take me some time then to deal with the rest of it. That's okay. Any action, exit the node. Deception, sleaze, disarm. I could load attack and make very slow progress. I might as well have nothing else to do anymore. It does cost me some AP. I've got to be a bit careful, but we got something done. And I'm going to go... I can end my turn here. Actually, it's fine to end my turn here. I'm going to walk back down and then load attack again and then finish up. And then that should be fine. Yeah, it should be no huge deal, honestly. So, okay. I will end my turn here. Skipjack just walking around. No big deal. Alright, so Karen, of course, being get my look ahead, has negative initiative. Rallying Cry gives her a move point, which is kind of cool. If I pre-compute, she goes first. The problem is these people are going to wake up. You're not going very far next turn, so I'm actually not worried about having not enough to do. Although, if I'm going to run out next turn, I think I'm going to run out, right? Because I have a ton of AP on static right now, and she can actually get stuff done. Panther's already rolling well. He has Tactical Surge as well. I'm gonna pop this. You're angry. I understand. Let's see if this works. Alligator skin, left boot. Your bodyguards didn't miss that tight band burst. They don't care what you expected. I'd better run. And you will. It's fine. There's our exit. It shouldn't be a huge problem. We will get a fairly aggressive group of enemies. I'm not too worried about it, but we are getting an aggressive group of enemies here. So let's see. I can, in fact, bypass you two and run all the way up there. That seems a little sus to me. Interestingly, she is alert and her teammates are not yet. And if you guys... Well, you would see the corpse. So I can't really get around that. And I want this loot anyway, so... I'm just going to go for these kills here, and we'll rely on initiative and stun tools to deal with you. We're just going to clean up what we can clean up and throw caution to the wind. I think it's going to be fine. I'm choosing to not be worried about this. You're angry. You're angry. We're all angry. I get it. First strike looks decent. Let's go second strike, same place. Good job. Okay, I could have used the pulse generator. Nah, actually not effectively. I'm not going to be in range, right? Yeah, there's no way. Okay. Just going to walk up to you then. Do I want to active slice you? Probably not. It's telling me... Well, I have a coin flip to miss here, so... Let's see. Minus evasion looks kind of decent here, to be honest, but I might want to save it for a more important turn. Now I'm kind of down. Let's go here. Okay, lower your evasion. Now my hit's going to be looking really good. We shred, unsurprisingly. I only get one claw attack. It's fine. Do I care that you turned alert? Not really. It's whatever. I'm winning on initiative here. See? It wasn't guaranteed to. Well, actually, I was going to roll higher than him every single time, but... I'm just going to run you up. And I'm going to brainworm this guy. Actually, I'm going to brainworm both of them. That way there's no report. I mean, there's this thing going off, but if they're not alert, I'm not really mad about it. So, yeah, let's do it that way. You guys can help fight for me or something. So, you're for sure worth brainworming, and then I'm just going to brainworm the other guy because I can. A little bit less tally overall. Still a bunch from this thing. It's fine. Orders received because of this. This pulled 3 guards down. Yep. Sent to intercept. I understand. Camera's going to see some stuff. It is what it is. This guy is going to take a while till he dies. Panther needs to bump Karen. Unless I'm really sure these two aren't going to do anything, but that's a lie. Okay, so Panther will need to get her out. If they're all going to run forward, actually, can I sneak out of the room in time? I think I can. So I'm going to have her go here. We trigger all the devices. I don't care. I'm just going to run you there, and I think it's fine. We're not going to take any damage. We're not going to get hit in time. No one's close enough to actually, like, truly threaten us. So you're going to end your turn standing over there. It's fine. Panther needs to... Tactical Sword's good enough. Actually, you don't have to pre-compute. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and grab this loot box. I'm pretty good at running on my knight, so it's you. Great. Wonderfully done. I'll put you out of the room, but otherwise wait. That seems fine to me. And then Karen can run to safety, and Jackknife... actually, Jackknife could be threatened. I'm going to boost him so that he doesn't get caught by people running down. Because there's a chance that would happen. Here, buddy, you're next. Alright. I Actually, I want to yield to Karen, and then I can Tox Cloud. So Karen's going to go. She does not run quickly, that's for sure. I'll burn Sprint here, might as well. Try to get at least out of the room. That's some nice magneting. People are angry. I understand that. And then Jackknife should be able to throw a nice, simple Tox Cloud. Put the center point inside the hallway. Okay, it is. This guy should be Venom Trapped. Just to be safe, we'll throw a Venom Trap down where he's likely to walk. Now he's basically always going to die before Brainworm ends. That's good. And then you can go ahead and run out. Now, you are unaware, so you've for sure not been woken up by the Sec AI. And I'm quite confident that you are not going to have really anything going. But to be safe, I will simply leave the room and then wait. We have a ton of tally coming in yet again. That's fine. Let's go have them all have some fun. Something's not right. You know, it's really not. You're right. You knew it. You found a corpse. You are not special. Oh, no, you're going. Okay. Good for you. We've got trespassers. You are brainwormed. What you gonna do? Shoot that guy. Great. Intruder engaged. Return fire. Well, not exactly, though. En route. Pixel wants to knock this thing down, so let's stand here. Let's load attack for the final time. Let's clear it out. We have to scan to spike it. Great. And then I'm going to go ahead and walk back here and turn them all off again. Nah, I don't care. We're going to be fine. That's downloads all done, aside from what could be here. I'm not going to bother checking. And you can go run... Honestly, you can run straight up. This guy's not going to move. We already know they're unaware. Off you go. I did not think about Tox Cloud almost being in range of her. It thankfully wasn't, but I honestly wasn't even tracking that this was going to be a thing. Well, you're Venom Trapped, and... Well, you're actually sucked because Venom Trap. It actually lowers accuracy. But you weren't running a Tox Cloud anyway, so I'm kind of glad I hit you with this. We are going to escalate due to overstacking on pips, so the APU hack does very little for me, aside from I generate a little bit less heat at the end of the mission, but it's fine. You can run up there, it's no big deal. But yeah, I want one more kill, but that's going to happen thanks to Venom Trap, so I'm not too worried about it. Investigating, poisoned. I'm not getting out during the next turn, so I'm not worried about running out of options. I'm not worried about failing to get the kill due to Venom Trap. Reinforcements, they're too far away for me to care. You've been woken up, that's fine, we can deal with that. Panther goes nice and early. I can get exact... Well, I can easily Atomic Stutter. Actually, Jackknife can easily stun here. I don't care about how much tally I'm generating. It's not going to matter. I'm going to put you nice and close, and I'm going to go for an aggressive stun shot here, and you're definitely always dead. I don't care that they can hear it. It just doesn't matter at all. Managed to not shred. Kind of unfortunate, but oh well. I would like to generate less tally if possible, so I'm going to... Okay. As much as you said that, you're not doing anything. Okay, yeah, team runs forward. Great. Maybe I should have had her grab the loot instead of the Cyber Knight, but it's close enough. I think it won't change the total turn count. There's your shred. Good job. Claws might kill. Claws will not kill. It's fine. Claws will kill next turn. Time to hunt. Yeah, good luck with you. Great, you can finally knock down that. And then go run up and join the team. Success for you without a shot fired. Well done. You're investigating the sounds of gunfire. Off you go, buddy. Well, you're dead at the end of the turn. Yeah, you do not land shots here. Hey, you landed one. Good job, buddy. Well, more reports of gunfire. You're stunned. Oh, CK grabs is no problem. Up you go. Okay. I mean, actually getting some combat drugs is kind of nice. It's kind of my only access of them. You don't get combat drugs itemized unless you fight street factions. I think it's only street factions. I think not even syndicates count. I could be wrong with that one. Often, Street and Syndicate shares a similar loot table, and Corpo and Milsec share similar loot tables. My understanding is there are some differences, but I don't know what they all are. Either way, we got some itemized drugs, which is useful, because we can't buy any. And this guy's dying to poison every single time. And Karen does not run very fast. I'm going to use Rewind on her to give her 10% move speed, and that'll help a little bit, but... yeah, she is slow. She is very slow. I don't think she even kept the buff from the, what's it called? The Grunt Captain who used Warcry. I don't think she kept it. I could be wrong. I didn't actually go and check to see if she sold stuff on her, but she seemed very slow still. Alright, next turn is up. Oh, I had 2 charges of Rewind. I forgot about that one. I could have Rewind and gotten a little charge back, but whatever. Oh, wait. I should go for a kill here so that I steamroll. Because steamroll is back up again, and that means another move point and some move speed. That actually might get her out. Your brainworm is done. You're just alert now. I don't have pre-compute available. Okay. They can't reach me. I'm not worried about it. You're there. Good for you. They're technically alert, and I definitely do not care. Weapons hot. Violent intruders. Sec AI in my ear. Advancing. Yeah, good luck with that one, folks. I bought more than enough time. Alright, Karen. You can also sprint. You've got so many buffs on you. Your move speed is only... wait, minus 40? How are you at minus 40? Wow. Like, I get minus 15 from that. But she got minus another 25 or something else. I wonder if that's intended. Maybe. I'm not sure it's a bug. My VIP rescue has minus 40% move speed. That seems a bit high to me. I see minus 15% from her armor. She was under a Grunt Captain's talent, as well as Look Ahead when I converted her. But I don't see anything that would indicate the further minus 25% move speed. Seems like a bit much to me personally. Riding 21% back from all these buffs, and it's... I mean, just barely enough. Wow, that's kind of gnarly. Either way, we're fine, of course. Did Pixel really roll an 11, or did I just delay her and not think about it? That is one thing that definitely matters, and I've come to appreciate a fair amount, is stacking a crap ton of initiative really is just kind of nice. The CK acting first is very helpful, but also if your character has really bad initiative, they're just kind of useless for a long time, or you have to like spend a lot of AP on somebody else to get them up in time. Karen is boosted and in the clear. Yeah, she's definitely boosted with that minus 40% move speed. Holy moly. We had enough time to pierce FFC defenses, reach Karen, and get out before the bodyguards could stop us. I knew I could count on you. And you could, and you paid me extra. We got some extra cash. It's kind of nice. Almost a clean million. Some decent XP here. We get some cash we can make. Not too bad. I am somewhat tempted to skip this mission. So the patch that they added... Actually... No, I take it back, I guess. Whatever the patch they put out yesterday was one where they... basically, this morning for me, Andrew, one of the devs, said, oh, there was something in yesterday's update I forgot to mention. We updated the loot tables. Which, because I read that this morning, I'm like, oh, right. So the loot table update was today, and the mission I generated doesn't have it. It's like, no, that was yesterday. any mission generated since yesterday has updated loot. So that was an example map of them rebalancing loot tables. Could I tell you what's different? No. Ultimately, I kind of want to just play time forward. This might end up being a whole lot of just safehouse management. I'm not sure. What I'm going to intend to do is try to get my hacking station up and see if I can meet the new doctors. For much of the rest of this Let's Play, other than running some proc gen missions, I'm going to be mostly focusing on getting my hacking station up and trying to meet the last doctors and moving their things up, and using counter intel pod tokens and face tokens to get there and try to meet the other V-chip contacts, which takes some time probably. Otherwise, there's only one mission left of Daedalus block. Sorry, spoilers. And otherwise, the proc gens are, you know, only so difficult, right? So, stress break for you. I don't care if your discontent goes to 30. That doesn't mean anything. If it's not 60, it doesn't matter. My Underworld hub is maxed out. Congratulations, I got a token every 5 days. I can, well, once I get tokens, I can meet new contacts. Would like the hack station to go up, please. Counter intel pod is... I would need to upgrade. Okay. Well, getting counter intel pod stronger allows me to create more hack jobs, which is worth. So I'm going to say, yeah, let's go get level 5 power available, which means let's go upgrade the command HQ and drop the 750k to get... oh, wait, no, I can't get it because this thing doesn't have it. I need this to happen. That's going to be enough for me. Okay. Good enough. Let's play time. I pinpointed a valuable K-milieu data block buried under one of their hideouts. Go Q-gap spike the CPU. It's a piano run. Having a gold key room helps. Influence for her is not terribly useful, since we're limiting ourselves from the market here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to skip a lot of missions here because I'm just going to try, like, the only thing that interests me is I want to bring my power level down, so I'm going to probably run some understudies for the Daedalus block finale, and then beyond that, just go for the hacking stuff. So I'm going to probably skip a lot of missions here. We can train a few people, though. The Scourge can go up. I don't care about brain worm duration that much. I don't care about anything on this. I would not mind... Oh, I think dissolve range is not the most important. I think I'll take venom trap damage, actually. I could take morass. Morass might occasionally be useful. I don't love it, but we'll have it. Hacker +1 is nice. I can go grab scapegoat. Although I'm tempted to retrain. If I unlearn these 3, and I'm willing to unlearn these 2 as well, I can go here. So if I take these 3 off, and I take this 1 off, I have 5 total points to spend, which puts me there, and it gives me 0 interrupt instead of, you know, whatever else I've got. These aren't really bad nodes by any means. Armor and Matrix AP are decently useful. Reaction is arguably kind of nice. It's kind of whatever. Honestly, these aren't really all that relevant as far as differences are concerned. And I definitely don't need the duration here on overclock until they actually put large hosts back in the game. Yeah, I just take scapegoat then. It's fine. It's good enough. And that's everyone that I want to train, since Rhino is waiting until she can do a +2, which is here on Recoup. And my face is waiting until I know who the doctors are and what they need to trade favors for. Otherwise, yeah. Influence break for you? Damn, I can't get you anything better than data flood. That kind of sucks. Selling accounts and files are worth more. I mean, I guess. Let's go buy the most expensive and sell them to gold stacks. You pay a bit more, so, I mean, cool, I guess. Put you at 100 because who cares? The amendments and arguments to my proposal are winding down. The final vote is coming. Be ready. She's added a timeline event. When it expires, the final Daedalus block mission will be added. It'll be in a 24-hour timeline. Must be sure we're prepared to act within that window. Okay. So I have 4.5 days plus 1 day to be in that kind of state. Okay, well, I've got my hack station at level 1. Question is, can I inject files? I can get the location of things. I can do stuff there. Okay, at least this type of hack does not have inject files. This type of hack, I can create valuable accounts that would require a level 2 building in the first place. But I don't see inject files. Okay, well, I need to upgrade you. That's going to take 12 days, which means it's going to be after dataless block. Okay, fine. I'm going to generate one mission and see if we get anything cool. Obviously, make a large one. We turn up a valuable data host. Let's see what this means for the hacking station. For the entangled holdup. Lower tally, quantum security, IO, valuable accounts. My understanding, what someone has told me on the Discord, was that digital coordination, basically if you have the ability to inject files, you can inject, it will line up and be able to inject set files for the same mission. I'm not sure that's true. I'm just going to hit this and see what happens because I don't know the answer. Upgrade a bunch of these things. I get a one-shot scan. I get armor. I get, yeah, basically none of these are too special. Yeah, these don't line up with anything that I would necessarily care about. So, yeah, it might, yeah. But yeah, I don't have inject set files for that one. So let me try again. Let me find a new hack mission that is Chrome. Did I get the same name? Oh, almost did. The Entangled Holdup is the new one. No, the Endpoint Endeavor is the new one. I can inject files if I was level 3. So what happens? I don't know the answer. What happens if I digital coordination this? Can I inject set files? Yes. I can only get 2 because my my hacking station is weak. But I will inject set files, and I would normally inject matrix files if I could, but I can't. So I'm going to run that mission here. Wrong place. Endpoint Endeavor. Chemco, interesting. So it's not a megacorp, actually. It's just a regular corp. But I believe it's always a corp of some kind. Our character is going to be Pixel here. Actually, I have extra hacking station tokens in the first place. Let me make this a little bit easier. By saying, hey, here's slightly more power. Although, yeah, my max token count is very low, so I don't get very much out of it. Okay, good enough for me. Endpoint Endeavor. I am pretty sure I've injected set files here. And I think we'll end it with this. And fingers crossed we meet a new doctor. Or, like, start getting pieces of a new doctor contact. This is going to feel kind of unlikely to me, but we'll see what it looks like. Here's a nice large host. Gotten this exact layout quite a bit, actually. More than I would have expected. Oh, well. Load our stuff. I forget if CPU is top or bottom. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. Let's just go top. Who cares? If I get it wrong, I don't care. AP. Connection health is going to be more likely to be a real problem. Tally, connection, AP. Okay, stuff here. Connection. Program loading, actually, it's likely enough to matter. Although, yeah, from recollection, these are dead nodes. So I've got to adopt this anyway because I need to load disarm here. And actually, to cover my bases, I'm going to load deception as well. Because this is a redirect. It's not. I didn't know that, though. So you have, there we go, Dr. Ocular Part 3. I think this was injected. So finally, we get a Dr. Ocular piece. Load a program, exit the node. Okay. Some source code. Finally meet one piece of Dr. Ocular. That's good. I might need to load programs, as it turns out. I will. I will exit the node, as it turns out. I can handle passive ice later. We'll go everything host-wide. That kind of sucks. Damage cyberdeck. Okay, there's a trap there. We scan what do we have. Damage any action. Scan again. If you download a blueprint, and of course I can't go any farther because, of course I can't. I will load hard shell because I can. It's basically free. I'll have to load programs next turn to get through this, and that'll be fine. Alright, first turn done, and reasonable, as far as I'm concerned. Sleaze you. Take my downloads. Thank you for having lower tally. Well, it would have been 1 anyway in this case. I'm going to go up this way, and get towards this middle node to see if it's CPU or not. AP, then connection. Scan. There's going to be something here to deal with. Damage cyberdeck. Okay, the trap is docile. It is when you exit the node. I'm going to scan. Okay. I'm going to need an anti-trap again for what's over here. Woke up some ice. this trap is triggered and is harmless. If reset, it would immediately trigger if you use a cyberdeck program. This trap steals 10 AP. Okay, well, we do have 8 on the node, probably from this as far as I can tell. Otherwise, though, we go in, we get out as fast as we can, work up some more ice. It's already triggered. Honestly, I'm just going to walk away and take my 1 hit of deck shield. I don't care. Great. Oh, right. These things are active, though. Prevents downloading, doesn't matter. If you exit, it's rearmed, so I care about that. These are down, but I need anti-active and anti-passive. Let's go. Connection, then Matrix AP. Scan here. This is going to be annoying. I'm very tempted to null-op it. There are 2 traps here. They might not be that bad, though. Any action? Oh, the traps aren't bad. It's huge. Load a program, load a program, load a program. We are chilling. I'm going right over here. Yeah, only seeing 1 active is actually not too bad. The traps can be bad, but it wasn't in this case. What do we have? Okay, dead nodes for me. 1 active, 2 passive. That's good enough here. Let's go, once again, connection, then AP, then connecting. Come down here. A lot of ice to deal with again. That's kind of annoying. Load a program, exit the node. Thankfully, that's not a huge deal right now. I'll go back this way. Exit the node matters, of course. And then I can't download and don't load any programs. Got it. That's fine. Okay, let's keep going. Here's these things yet again. Again, don't load a trap. Got it. Triggered trap. So it's harmless, so I don't care. Damage to any action. This guy here. I'm going to load scan just so I have it. Let's get my downloads here. Okay, let's keep going. Damage to any action. Okay, that means the trap is docile as well. Load a program. Might not care about that. There's my accounts. And then realistically, I don't have a reason to spike the CPU. There's only a few minutes left to clear. And so why would I bother getting extra angst for that? Connection is healthy enough, just barely. I'm going to go ahead and just null up this stuff because I don't really care. That made things a little bit easier for me. And then we know everything else is dead. So -1 health is not a big deal. And cool, we don't spike the CPU. Does that matter? No. We looted as many data as possible. I think we looted all of them, to be honest. Can safely disconnect. And with 5 AP left, we were able to inject a Dr. Ocular piece, though, which is a big deal. Pay data in the bin. Wonderful stuff. Now, it'll be tagged as Chemco Salvage. I'm not sure if actually that would matter. Maybe I'm wrong about that one. Actually, based on where things are set up here, I feel like those were the injected ones. So normally when you inject things, they go at the very bottom of the list. They go at the bottom of the list of files. But I'm not sure that's actually true here. They also tend to be... They would also have tend to be the level either of your hacking station or of, like, your own team. So maybe I'm wrong about this one. It's entirely possible. Or maybe somehow these were the ones that were in... Honestly, I don't know. I actually don't know. I guess I won't speculate because my recollection of doing meat space missions and injecting files into lockers is that those would tend to all be commons and the same level. It'd be like a high level. It'd be like, you know, level 6 because I'm PL6. And they'd all be grouped together at the end of the loot manifest. I guess I'm not sure how it handles things injected into the Matrix. I actually don't know. Either way, we finally met Dr. Well, we didn't meet, but we have a piece of Dr. Ocular's V-chip. We're still missing stuff from Splicer Mina, but at least we are getting pieces of what I think are the last 2 Doctor contacts. Actually, there might be a third one because there are... I think there's 2 services I don't have, and I believe there's also a V-chip doctor for battle tank implants. I'm worried that the V-chip doctor for battle tank implants is Splicer Mina, whom I already know, which would be really unfortunate. And I keep getting, right, I've got 2 spares here and 3 spares here. If I was luckier, I would have already met her. But at least I have 1 piece of meeting Dr. Ocular. It's going to take a while, but at least we're starting it. We can meet Dr. Karos yet again. It's actually weird how this is also doubling up pretty heavily, but that's, to be fair, that is how randomness works. We can make that. Attack 2 fast. I finally got this one together. That's cool. Mercenary Black Book. Sure, it's cash. Cool, level 6, and maybe it's going to be legendary. Wouldn't that be nice? Not used by a set, but created by a set. Let's go mint attack. Sorry, attack 3 fast. Okay, cool. Let's use the file and mint it. Sounds good. We'll investigate what that's worth. Dr. Samdara is going to get sold at some point. Dr. Kara is going to get sold at some point. And looks like I failed the roll on the legendary in the other one. Oh well, that's fine. One thing I am curious about actually is things that are used by a set. And so let's see. If I look for Dr. Ocular's piece here. Yeah, it's just tagged Chemco because it's automatically tagged Chemco. Because it's where we got it. If you can actually only get this guy in non-Megacorp Corp hosts, that would be ludicrous to me. I think it's unlikely, don't get me wrong, but wouldn't that be funny? Meanwhile, Splicer Mina, we know we've only seen her from non-Megacorps, and I'll bet you... Actually, wait. Wait, no, we didn't get Splicer Mina in that one. Sorry. I'm gonna move on. I didn't meet her. I didn't get any V-chip parts in the last one. Check one thing real quick, which is how we're doing on gold stacks. Okay, he's still in line. That's cool. Yeah, we keep moving the hack station up as best we can, and eventually we can try to meet cool people. Pretty far from that for now, but eventually we can do that. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at what it actually did. I had forgotten to do that. So for you, we manage your cyber deck. We have attack 3 fast, which is 90 max damage. Seems pretty good. And while it's loaded, I get 50 IO and -2 connection. Nuke 1 fast is 60 damage, 50 IO, -2 connection. Okay, fine. I don't know if I would really bother loading this just to have it, but sure. And then if I double check the market for attack 3, right, 90 max damage, level 7 program, 340, 3 charges. Attack 3, 90 max damage, 220 IO, level 6, right? 220 to load in level 6, and this is 340 to load in level 7. I legit wouldn't use this over attack 3 though. I'd have to load it and leave it loaded for some reason, which I don't know why I would bother to do that. That seems a bit wasteful to me, so I don't think I would ever bother. It is a way to get attack 3 if you couldn't afford this one, but yeah, I'm not feeling this too much. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to play time forward until it's about time to talk to her. And then next episode, we'll have the conversation and then run the mission. And then I'm tempted to not waste everyone's time with recording me just upgrading my hack station for like a year straight, but we'll see. But yeah, ultimately, the only content left is running this mission, the final drop, and then meeting the last doctors that I can. So this is still going up. This is still very, very far away. We'll put it down to about 4 hours, and then we'll stop. So I know it's a bit of a shorter episode. There's only one real mission here, but at least there's light in the tunnel. We can meet Dr. Ocular. That sounds cool. But that'll do it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this Let's Play, as we've only got a few episodes left. I may end up not showing all the hacks. I might just show up and be like, hey, here's the eyewear. Of course, you can also just find all the cybernetics on the wiki, so even that might not be worth the recording. So next episode might be the last one of this series. I actually might wait a bit to start the next one afterwards, only because there's not that much different between what's in the game a month and a half ago and in the game right now. Like, I've met the doctors and whatnot, and yeah, I could come up with different rules for a different kind of challenge run, but I think instead I will wait for the next major content drop, and then when there is one, I will start a new Let's Play, and that'll probably be what I choose to do. But I appreciate you all very much for watching. Next episode will almost certainly be running part 10 of the Daedalus Block storyline, and I will see you there. Bye-bye.